All young people, regardless of their gender, geography, and socioeconomic status, should be given the opportunity to understand and solve the most pressing socio-scientific sustainability issues of our time. Whether it is global climate change, water conservation, biodiversity loss, malnutrition, or infectious disease, there exists a deep need to educate youth to tackle these issues head-on so that they can take local action to solve global issues that will impact their future.
The UN developed what's called the Sustainable Development Goals. And these are a set of goals that by 2030, if achieved, could bring to the world clean water, clean energy, peace, prosperity. There are no standards for the globe around science education, but built into the UN Sustainable Development Goals are a whole series of topics that are based on science. And so what we decided to do was extract from the UN Sustainable Development Goals all of that scientific content, and then to develop lessons and activities for educators and for students ages 8 to 17 so that they could be a part of solving these global goals that are set by 2030. The Smithsonian Science for Global Goals is a project where we're developing a set of community research guides. Each guide is developed for students ages 8 to 17 that can be used in any place throughout the globe. Each guide is made up of 8 modules. Those modules begin with students developing an identity map. The second module, students define who their community is. They then conduct their research in their community. So the community becomes their laboratory. The next set of modules within the community research guide is where the students learn the science. And so the goal of these community research guides is to get youth to think globally, but to act locally within their community. And we are getting students to use their scientific knowledge to do social good within the region.
Students can be drivers of local and global change.
So think about this. Somebody who's 5 years old, who's entering school today, is in the graduating class of 2030. That means in 12, 13 years, these students are going to graduate. And the goal is to make certain that they have some contributions to solving the problems of the world. They're the ones who are going to face this if we don't make a change. The Smithsonian Science for Global Goals project is a project that is taking the science from the UN Sustainable Development Goals, developing community research guides for youth, teaching students the science behind the global goals, and then getting them to develop an action plan for their region to think globally but act locally. The Smithsonian Science Education Center is the only unit within the Smithsonian that is dedicated to formal science education. And we do that by working with states, districts, ministries of education throughout the world in order to help them build awareness around science education, provide professional development to their teachers, provide curriculum materials so that they are using that science built into the curriculum to change students' thinking. And we also engage with other thought leaders across the world around how to improve science education.
The Smithsonian Science Education Center works with Smithsonian researchers and educators across the globe to educate youth. Support the Smithsonian Science Education Center through a charitable donation